Hello, coolers, and welcome to another interesting episode of this channel where we are going to be discussing on some two recent developments for our club FC Barcelona, and I bet you don't want to miss it. Starting with this injury news, talking about Pedri Gonzalez and Jordi Alba. We quite remember both were injured, and the good news is they have returned to training. Today, in the training session, both have returned, ahead of the Champions League game against Benfica on Wednesday. This is a great news for us, a great news for Ronald Koeman as well. We're going to be discussing on that development as we move ahead. Then to conclude, we are going to be talking about Sergi Roberto and the issue of his contract extension, which is still undecided yet. Of course, I've been bringing many reports here in the past talking about Sergi Roberto and the issue of contract extension, which, that both parties have not been deciding on something, like talking about the pay cut and so on and so forth. Just today, it has been reported that Sergi Roberto's agents were spotted in Barca's offices, which means that something is definitely going on right in the background, behind the scenes. And reports are now saying that Barca might just officially announce Sergi Roberto's contract extension any day from now. We're going to be discussing much more on that development as we move ahead. So callers, as we get ready to discuss those stories in much detail, please do endeavor to watch this video right up to the very end. Subscribe to this channel, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a video. And please also don't forget to give this video a like. Barca! 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 After Sunday's convincing win over Levante, there was more good news for Barcelona on Monday morning as Jordi Alba and Pedri returned to training and both participated in collective session. Ahead of Wednesday's Champions League clash with Benfica, Ronald Koeman will be delighted to welcome back two key first-team players, although Tuesday's session will give a clear indication to just how much either can participate in that game against Benfica. So things are certainly starting to look up for the Dutchman, right? The win over Levante has boosted morale around the camp, and the return of Ansu Fati has inspired hope that better days are ahead for us. And of course, after the heavy defeat to Bayern Munich on the opening day, we quite remember in the Champions League, a win is imperative for us away at Benfica. It's a must win. We need to win to have at least 3 points. And the team will be hoping to use the positive momentum generated from that Levante match yesterday to grind out that result against Benfica. Hopefully, I just say hopefully because we don't know how the team will perform. So Koeman, however, is still without a number of key players through injury, such as Ousmane Dembele, Martin Braithwaite, Kun Aguero, and Alejandro Balde. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Sergi Roberto's future has repeatedly been a subject in the Catalan media in recent months. Of course, Roberto has been the subject of criticism from a section of Barcelona fan base, leading some players such as Gerard Piqué to speak out, on his defense. Just recently, we quite remember when he was whistled and booed in that game against Granada. Roberto has been one of those, pinpointed by some fans as being on wages which are too high. However, leaks from people close to the player have repeatedly told the Catalan media that money isn't the big issue for a new contract for Roberto. Instead, he is wanted to know what Barcelona plans are for him going forward. Worried the club may just be trying to get a renewal ahead of trying to sell him. The situation should be coming to a close soon, hopefully. Mundo Deportivo reports just recently that the player's agent, Jose Maria Orobic, was today seen at the Barcelona's offices. He arrived around noon and stayed for just over an hour. And the assumption is that a final renewal agreement may have been reached. So now it's just a question of waiting to see if an official announcement arrives quickly or if there is still fringes, of the deal to be defined. Either way, this one looks close to being resolved. So callers, with that we come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure to subscribe if you're a Barcelona lover so you get the freshest updates always on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.